Okay, so in the math subject GRE, there are a lot of problems that are very simple, but they require you to know the trick so that you can actually get it right. And some of these tricks, you could work them out during the test, but remember that these tests are, 170 minutes, so every minute that you spend trying to derive the trick is something that you aren't spending on a potentially harder problem, right? And preparing for the subject test means having as many tricks in your bag as possible so that you can do these simple ones really quickly. And in particular, what we're going to be talking about here is a question like question 1. And this kind of question comes up in a lot of calculus courses, but at least in my experience, they were always more bonus problems that teachers really didn't encourage good understanding of, but it really is not too bad. And so let's just do this really quickly, and there is just a very basic procedure that you can do here, right? Because we're trying to find the derivative of this log-ish looking function. But here's what you do, right? Is you let g of t be satisfied by g prime of t equals log t, right? And don't worry about existence, right? Who cares? But what this allows you to do, right, is just almost by definition, you know that this function is of the form g of x minus g of e, right? Because it's just the integral of a function is going to be the difference of the antiderivative at the endpoints, and we've just let g denote the antiderivative, right? And now what we're doing here is we're noting that this is this big f of x, and so now what we can do is we can just take the derivative of this to get f prime of x equals g prime of x minus g of e prime, and since this is just a constant, that disappears, right? And so it really is a simple trick, but the tests can complicate it in some ways, right? Because what if instead of the upper bounds being just x and a constant, you could have something like the following, where you're looking for the integral from e to the x to x squared of log of t, right? But this is just the same kind of thing where you have g of t denote the antiderivative, and the endpoints are going to be x squared minus g of e of x, right? And then to do this, right, this chain rule. So yeah, really not too hard. It's taken me about 4.5 minutes to explain this. No, 3 minutes to explain this, right? To do basically a 5-second calculation, right? And so those are the 3 minutes that you can't spend deriving during the test because you will lose time and potentially lose out on other easy questions, okay? So yeah, that's it for this.